I think I just watched a 2000s Disney movie, and it was as much as fun as this thing was as it was in the movie. So anybody that's asking, or what is this? It's something related to do with the Marvels, and its role in the movie is technically significant but fun and childish, dumb fun. And that's exactly what this movie is. Did I hate it? No. I think anybody that says they hated this movie is going a bit overboard. Anybody that thought this was going to save Marvel's Phase 4, you are delusional. Because I'm pretty sure everybody knew or had a feeling that this movie was not going to live up to any of the Phase 4 movies. And I actually think this was better than Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumania in the sense that it was a bit more fun. That had more stakes. That had a better villain. This had more fun, but no story that was leading anywhere or a villain that is actually going anywhere. So let's start with the basics. The Marvels. Pretty simple. The character dynamics is what this movie is driven by. You're meeting all three of the Marvels. You're meeting Kamala Khan, you're meeting Miss Marvel, and you're meeting Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau. So the character dynamic is basically that they're switching around in place in space, and you have this villain that's coming after them, and because of them, with this specific villain, the powers are entangled. Now, why am I saying villain? That's because I don't remember the name of her character, because that's how useless she was. This villain is not going to be remembered at all, and I think that's what made me think of how I'm going to review this movie. I'm going to be honest, I didn't hate it. People are really hating on this movie. I think that's because they thought this was supposed to be another Phase 4 movie that's going to be big, and you were probably pretty delusional for thinking that already. And I think I mentioned that before. Marvel, is it falling off? No and yes. You just got Loki and you saw the finale, and I'm hearing a lot of things that it's good. I'm going to watch it tonight, so I hope it does live up to that. But I don't think Marvel has been able to put out 8 or 9s because, you know, they're looking at Phase 1, 2, and 3. This phase is just kind of all over the place. I think they're having many problems because of actors, the strike, and I think Marvel kind of is imbalanced. And this movie was never going to be the one that was going to fix it. If anything, if Deadpool 3 messes up, then I can say Marvel's in trouble. Anybody that's saying Marvel's in trouble because of this film, I don't know what you're thinking, because this was never supposed to be that savior of a film for Marvel. Now, specifically talking about this film, like I said, the character development is actually pretty fun. I actually like Brie Larson a lot more than I did in her first original movie. I actually like this movie better than the first one, because this actually, I enjoyed it. I can't lie. I enjoyed this film. It was stupid. By the time, it was very short also. What did I enjoy? I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed Kamala's acting. She's very fun. People said they loved her. I'll admit, a lot of her roles is just a little bit of screaming a lot of the time, but her energy on screen is very fun. And I can see her growing to be more of a fun character, and hopefully a bit more of a leader instead of this childish character she is right now. Which, hopefully, that's what it's leading to, and I think they're going for. Brie Larson's character, I actually liked her in this movie, as I mentioned before. She's fun, and she's actually more likable, I think. She doesn't have too much development or too much going on in the sense that in the big phase of things, some of the stuff you mentioned, there's a character in the trailer that they show from other Marvel movies. I won't say just because this is a non-spoiler review, but she shows up and it's like, well, you have connections with other characters, so I don't know what you're doing. I want to keep this review short. With Monica Rambeau, I actually liked her. I'm not gonna lie, I actually liked her. I didn't like the mother character in the other movies like Doctor Strange. She actually came off more likable as she did than she was in WandaVision. So I think it was definitely a plus. For the Marvels, the 3 characters, I think they made it a lot more enjoyable. There's a fun dynamic, they're funny, you're having fun with it. The movies only messes up with certain characters like Nick Fury, where I think after watching Secret Invasion, this guy that's supposed to be super serious and that show was trash. He's so dumbed down. He's the fun uncle type guy that's caring for everybody now all of a sudden, which is really bad, I think. Nick Fury's character-wise, if you start looking at it for the MCU in that sense, when you're looking at other phase things, this was like a Disney, straight to Disney Plus thing. Honestly, if you watch it, it's something I'd watch for Christmas, where it'd be like, oh, this was a fun movie. Oh, I enjoyed the Marvel characters. The villain was trash and it really needs to nothing. We're just gonna throw in a few sprinkles. It's like Loki in the sense, or like all these other Marvel shows that they have. We know they're supposed to be connected, but honestly, we haven't seen a really big impact from them on screen yet. And this is on screen, and it feels like, oh, well, yeah, that's a cool Easter egg, what they throw in at the end. But I know the other movies are going to do a lot more better and a lot more fun, and they're going to get me a lot more hyped. I watched it, and I was like, damn, that's cool, but I was also like, it was a fun movie. It was stupid. It genuinely felt like a Disney show or like a Disney premiere straight to Disney Plus movie that would come out. This was not a movie where I was like, I would expect to see in theaters, even though I did. The way it just went off. So I don't want to hate on this movie. Honestly, I really don't. I think anybody that's saying this is the trashiest film, I think you went in with the bad lens and you're not enjoying it too much. If you went in to enjoy, just like I did, I think you'll have a fun time with the characters. So I want to give this, honestly, the rating for me is really hard for this. So this is going to be the first time I actually give a movie a range of a rating. In the sense that if you're looking for something that Marvel is giving you and is going to give you content-wise and you're expecting like next phase is going to be crazy, it has 1 or 2 scenes, but it does ruin a lot of characters like Nick Fury and maybe just the casting. So honestly, I would give it then maybe a 6.5 or a 6. But if you're looking just out of the lens of I'm going in for a good short movie, just Captain Marvel, let's see how it goes, I think I'm going to give it a 7. And I know people might think that's too high, but logically, I think this movie was more fun, and I think if you watch it from that lens, you're gonna enjoy it. There's funny moments. Kamala Khan is funny. Not even just Kamala. People are just mentioning her a lot. They're saying Iman Vellani is doing great, but the other actors are doing great too. The energy that they have, this 3-way dynamic, I think worked pretty well, and I actually like the characters at the end of the day. So without getting too much into spoilers, I'm gonna give this movie a 6 if you're looking for MCU plot and future development with a good villain. If that's the angle, maybe you'll even go to 5. But if you're here for a good time and you're gonna go for an entertainment factor and you're just look at it from unbiased lens where you're gonna see it as a solo film, the villain's trash, doesn't have consequences. It's a fun story for characters if you want to enjoy them. It's like a holiday movie. It's like a straight to Disney Plus movie. That's how it should be. It'd be a 7. So tell me what you think about it. Did you really hate it as much as people are saying? Did you find it enjoyable? Was I too nice to it? Because I came in the lens of, let me enjoy this film. I'm going to be also posting up a spoiler video. Appreciate anybody watching. Thank you. Like, follow, and subscribe.